My fam, welcome back to Gist Wait TV, the home of premium gist, where we don't just talk, we analyze, decode, and drag truth out of shadows with style. If you're new here, I beg hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any moment like this, because what I'm about to tell you now will make you hold your chest like Nigerian movie aunties in a village scene. And to my returning fam, God bless you. I love how una dey show love. Today's gist not something wey shock even me wey dey bring una gist every day. Everywhere don't scatter because of what Sonia Uche did this morning. And trust me, the matter never end. So let's begin from last week, because that was where the whole commotion started. Many of you remember that Bryan Okwara was rushed to the hospital after he slipped on set while shooting that highly anticipated emotional romance movie. According to crew members, Bryan insisted on doing one stunt scene himself because he wanted it to look real for the fans. He jumped from a slightly raised platform, landed wrongly, and twisted his knee so badly that the entire set froze. People said the scream that came out from Bryan's mouth that day was something else. Even Maurice Sam reportedly dropped his script as he ran to help. The crew said it was one of those moments that reminds you actors are humans too, not superheroes. But the real drama started after he was taken to the hospital. Messages poured in. Fans were praying. Colleagues were posting. Producers were shaking. Even Uche Nancy reportedly suspended another set entirely because she needed updates every minute. But one name people were waiting for, one person that everybody was checking to see if she would react, was Sonia Uche. 3 days passed. Sonia posted nothing. Sonia said nothing. Sonia didn't even like any post about Bryan. And because Nigerians love violence, everywhere caught fire. People started asking questions. Is Sonia ignoring him? Did they fight? Were those relationship rumors fake? Are Sonia and Bryan not close again? Did Maurice cause anything? Even Chineni Nibi was dragged into the matter, with people asking if she was the one advising her sister to stay away. Everything was speculation upon speculation. You know Nigerians won't rest until they find a villain in every gist. But then my fam, everything changed this morning. According to an exclusive gist from a crew member who was at the hospital around 7:30 a.m., Sonia Uche drove into the premises quietly with one of her personal assistants. She didn't come with cameras. She didn't come with makeup. She didn't even come dressed for any show. It was said that she wore a simple hoodie, joggers, and slippers. In fact, she looked like someone who barely slept. People who saw her said she wasn't even smiling. She looked worried. She headed straight to Bryan's ward, and here's where the emotional part started. According to the gist we got, Bryan was asleep when she arrived. Sonia entered the room, stood by the bed, and just stared at him. The nurse in the room reportedly said Sonia's face changed as she saw Bryan's bandaged leg. She touched his arm gently and whispered something nobody heard. The nurse said the moment was so soft that she actually stepped out to give them privacy. My fam, before anybody wakes up and starts dragging, no be me talk am o, no nurse wey dey there. Few minutes later, Bryan opened his eyes. And as soon as he saw her, he smiled, this slow, emotional smile that only close people get from him. He tried to sit up, but Sonia told him to relax. She pulled a chair and sat close to him. And guess the first thing Bryan said? Sonia, you came. My fam, even me I weak when I heard that part. Sonia replied, of course I came. Why wouldn't I? The crew members said their voices were soft, but the chemistry in that room could resurrect a dead phone battery. She reportedly told him she wanted to come earlier, but she didn't want to cause distraction in the hospital. Bryan told her he missed her on set, especially because they had scenes left to shoot together. She laughed and told him to rest, that the movie can wait. But that's not even the main thing. The real shaking happened about 20 minutes later when someone unexpected walked into the hospital. Yes. Maurice Sam. When Maurice entered and saw Sonia seated beside Bryan, the whole atmosphere allegedly froze. Maurice was carrying a small fruit basket and a get well soon card. He said he came because Bryan is like a brother to him. Bryan nodded and smiled. But people watching said Maurice's eyes kept going to Sonia every 2 seconds. It was awkward, very awkward. The energy in the room changed instantly. Three of them were sitting there, Bryan injured on the bed, Sonia beside him, Maurice standing with a fruit basket. If this was a Nollywood movie, that's the moment the dramatic soundtrack would start playing. Maurice finally greeted Sonia, "Good morning." Sonia responded politely but briefly. Not rude, but certainly not warm. People said you could tell something was still hanging in the air between them, whether old tension, unsolved wahala, or emotional residue from those past rumors linking the three of them. Maurice then told Bryan he would join him on set once he was discharged. They joked a little, but crew members confessed that Sonia's presence made the conversation stiff. Bryan apparently noticed and told both of them, "I don't want any tension here. I already have one leg that is complaining. I don't want two friends fighting on top my matter." Maurice laughed, but Sonia didn't say anything. The nurse who witnessed the moment said Sonia just looked at Bryan with a small smile. Eventually Maurice left the room. And that was when things became interesting again. As soon as he left, Bryan allegedly looked at Sonia and said, "I hope you're not avoiding me because of what people are saying online." Sonia reportedly sighed and told him, "Bryan, you know how the internet is. I just didn't want to add fire to something that's already burning." He told her she never needed to explain herself, that he appreciated her being there. She told him he scared everyone last week and she wasn't going to stay away just because people love to gossip. Sources said they talked for almost an hour. Sonia helped him adjust his pillows, checked his food tray, even cleaned his phone screen when she noticed fingerprints. Small gestures that showed care without words. But the real bomb came when they were saying goodbye. Before leaving, Sonia told him gently, "Please don't rush recovery because of work. I can cover for you on set if they need anything. Just get better." Bryan looked her dead in the eye and said, "You know you're the reason I want to heal fast, right?" "My fam, I fell off my chair when I heard that one." Nurse said. Sonia froze. She didn't respond immediately. She just looked at him, shook her head slightly like someone who wanted to hide a smile, and said, "Bryan, behave." But his reply, "I'm behaving. That's why I'm telling the truth." "My fam," the nurse said. The air in that room carried heat. Before she left, Sonia touched his hand lightly and said, "I'll come back." Then she walked out quietly, refusing the attention of fans waiting outside the hospital. But her visit didn't stay secret for long. By afternoon, someone who saw her car recorded it and leaked it online. That was all internet needed. Tweets everywhere. Instagram comments flying. TikTok on fire. People saying, "Sonia is a caring queen. Bryan and Sonia are meant to be." So this is why Maurice came tense. This love story is writing itself. Fan pages started posting pictures of the two of them from past movie scenes. TikTok editors began compiling romantic clips. Even celebrities started dropping cryptic comments. But the biggest shock. Chinenye Nibi liked one of the posts shipping Sonia and Bryan. Just that one like alone scattered the entire internet. And as if that wasn't enough, a crew member dropped another gist this evening claiming that Bryan has always had a soft spot for Sonia, that even when they tease him on set, he doesn't deny it. According to the crew, Bryan treats her with a level of respect and gentleness he doesn't show everybody. Right now, people are waiting to see if Sonia will visit again tomorrow or if Bryan will post something that will confirm the tension or wipe the tension. But one thing is certain, this morning changed everything. Sonia's visit didn't just shake the internet. It buried rumors, raised questions, sparked emotions, and reignited soft whispers that maybe, just maybe, there is something beautiful between the two of them that they are not ready to admit publicly. Fam, this story sweet me past breakfast. But as always, let me know your thoughts. Do you think Sonia's visit was just friendship? Was Bryan's compliment small play or real confession? Was Maurice uncomfortable because of past tension or something else? Drop your comments because this gist never finish. My fam, if you're new here, abeg hit that subscribe button so you no go miss any gist like this. And to my real gist wait family, une too much. I go bring the next update sharply. End of gist.